Today's May 27th of 2023, and today on the Jurassic Explorer, we're going to look at one of the most invasive species of the Pacific Northwest. Oh, I see it. Oh, crikey. They spotted me. Up here, we've got the Pacific Northwest thatching ant. Formica obscuripes. That's the Latin name. And these guys, they can be a real nuisance. If they're just out in the woods on their own, they're fine. They don't seem to really hurt anything. But if they're in your garden, they're probably not welcome visitors. They bite. They're not poisonous. They don't sting, but they do bite. So that's not nice, if you ask me. And the main problem they cause is that they will crawl everywhere. And everywhere that they crawl, they poop. And their excrement is a food source for aphids. And the first year that I put in fruit trees, my fruit trees were totally eaten back. All of the foliage was gone due to aphids. And the only reason those aphids were there is because those ants were crawling all over my fruit trees and pooping all over the place. So I'm in my garden every single day, and this past week I had actually four ant mounds just pop up out of nowhere. Just seemingly overnight, thousands of ants in the garden. So we're gonna go look at where they were, and I gotta tell you how to take care of them, because it's not that easy. So these ants popped up on Tuesday after I got home from work. They were not here on Sunday. I don't remember walking through here on Monday, although I'm sure that I did. But on Tuesday, there were 4 ant mounds, and there were thousands of ants everywhere. So I'm kind of a dumb caveman, and I like to think I can take care of things myself. So I got some gasoline and a blowtorch. There was a mound there, another mound over there, and there was one right there. I covered them in gasoline, and all of the ants that were out and about that were not on the mound, I took a blowtorch to them. I totally razed the mounds, R-A-Z-E. I razed the mounds to the ground, and it was a complete ghost town. It was total destruction. I came out here with a headlamp later that night. There were no ants. I was like, sweet, I won. I'm the victor. And then I came out the next morning. Guess what? Thousands of ants all over the place again. So I did some research, and these thatching ants, the part that goes above ground, that's only a small part of their colony. The majority of their colony is below ground. So that's why the fire worked temporarily but not permanently. What I had to do was get ant poison. I don't like putting chemicals in my garden, but sometimes it just makes sense. I guess if I could take off work for a week and stay out here with a blowtorch, I could probably fix the problem, but that's not practical. So taro ant killer shaker bag. This one, active ingredient is lambda cyhalothrin. I'm probably saying that wrong. When I saw this shaker bag, I was like, man, that's so dumb. You hold it here, you open it here, and then it's all just gonna pour out at once. But it does not. They're smarter than me, because in here we've got this sweet little plastic mesh filter screen. So it actually comes out nice and slow and even, but that did the job. Now, I do have to say that there are still a remnant of ants hanging out, onesies and twosies. This was the biggest mound. There were thousands and thousands of ants here. There's just a big gaping hole now. But there are still a couple ants, and you can see the sprinkles all over the ground. That's where I shook that stuff out. So they are tough little boogers. So killing them, it is easy, but you got to know what to do, and you got to use poison. You can't, it's not practical to try to eat. Look at them. They're still around here. But that poison is way more effective than fire was. And you shake the stuff out, you water it down with the hose, and I'm gonna do that again, maybe a couple more times, till I get rid of these boogers. I don't mind ants, but these guys bite and they bring in aphids, so I don't want them in my garden.